So I remember, maybe it's a few months ago now, we covered a story where Republicans in some states are trying to ban the COVID vaccine. Okay, well now, like a cancer, this has spread. You ready? This is from ABC News. mRNA vaccines now face attacks from some in the GOP. Researchers racing to develop bird flu vaccines for humans have turned to a cutting-edge technology that enabled the rapid development of life-saving COVID shots. There's a catch. The mRNA technology faces growing doubts among Republicans, including people around President Donald Trump. Gee, I wonder who they're talking about there. I can't quite figure it out. I wonder if it's RFK Jr., who his whole life's work has been casting doubt on vaccines. Some congressional Republicans are also pressing regulators to revoke federal approval for mRNA-based COVID shots, which President Donald Trump touted as one of the signature achievements of his first term. The opposition comes at a critical juncture because vaccines using mRNA have applications well beyond avian flu and COVID. They hold the promise of life-saving breakthroughs to treat many diseases, from melanoma to HIV to Zika. According to clinical trials, the proposed bans could block access to these advances. mRNA is found naturally in human cells. It is a molecule that carries genetic material and in a vaccine trains the body's immune system to fight viruses, cancer cells, and other conditions. An advantage of mRNA technology is that it can be developed more quickly to target specific variants and is safer than developing a vaccine made from an inactivated virus. Right now, if we had a bird flu pandemic, we would have a shortage of the vaccine we need, said Michael Osterholm, director of the University of Minnesota Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy. The one thing that could save us is mRNA vaccine. The challenge would be if mRNA is banned. This is a truly dangerous policy. The pushback conflicts with innovations championed by Trump. He assembled tech tycoons at the White House just after his inauguration to announce Stargate, a $500 billion artificial intelligence initiative that could help transform cancer treatment by creating tumor-targeting mRNA vaccines. The fledgling partnership between Oracle, SoftBank, blah, 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 blah. Scientists would examine the DNA and RNA, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the number of states that are trying to ban all mRNA shots, 7. 7 states are trying to ban mRNA technology for vaccines. 7 states. Guys, I genuinely and sincerely don't know what to do when such a colossal swath of the American public are just anti-science and they just believe junk science. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what you have insane conspiracies that have gone mega viral online, and then it spreads like wildfire. And you get these big, creators like Alex Jones, for example, and they're all in on vaccines are a Bill Gates scam, and they're trying to put a microchip in you. And by the way, hilarious. They support Elon Musk, who wants to put a literal chip in your brain, but they don't support Bill Gates, who they say the vaccines that he funds put chips in you, but they don't, right? I don't know how to get through these people. I remember when I was first doing this job, first coming up, and I was, very focused on atheism stuff, secular stuff, but also politics. And one of the chief battles we were fighting at the time was against the religious idiots who are against science and against stuff like vaccines, right? And now it's I don't know, you tell me, what percentage of the Republican base, what percentage of MAGA are just hardcore anti-vaccine? And it's funny because the vaccines they're seemingly okay with, to the extent they're okay with any of them, are the inactivated virus vaccines, right? That's the older technology. But the newer technology, the better, the more precise technology, they're oh no, not that one. That one's the problem. And you just get the sense it doesn't matter how much evidence you present to them, how much you show them, because they just doubt the source, period. It could be a double-blind, peer-reviewed, placebo-controlled study. It could be 28 of them. It could be a meta-analysis, which is an amalgamation of all the studies, and say, hey, this saved tens of millions of lives, and this was the result, and here's how they made it, and here's the mechanism, how it functions. They would still look at it and be like, no, wrong. Don't agree with it. I saw something on a fucking 4chan message board. Or Alex Jones did a segment where he lied 78 times, but I believe him. I don't know. Part of a functioning democracy is having a populated, or an educated population, right? And This is the opposite. You have lawmakers trying to ban a modern miracle of science, scientific breakthrough, right? And again, if the right was correct with their conspiracy theories about the vaccine, we would fucking know it. We would know it by now, right? But they say, oh, we are right, but they're just hiding all the evidence, and there was actually like a genocide of people who got the vaccine. Like, motherfucker, I got the vaccine. Everybody I know got the vaccine. Nobody had any fucking side effects. Now, that's not me saying that there aren't some people in some circumstances who do have it, but that was par for the course. We knew that. Any treatment you give anybody, there's going to be some tiny percentage that might have an adverse reaction here or there. That we knew that. That was baked into the cake. The net good it did is still way better than any negative that came from it. And they would lie and bring up the VAERS shit, right? The self-reporting, oh, I had this adverse effect. But part of the VAERS is like, some of that stuff has nothing to do with the vaccine. If somebody gets the vaccine and they're 86 and they end up dying 2 weeks later, these idiots would just blame the vaccine. That's what some 86-year-olds just die, right? So I don't know how to get through these people. I do not know how to get through these people. If you're at the point where you're trying to ban vaccines, mRNA vaccines, because you've convinced yourself of fucking horseshit that you read on Reddit or 4chan or some awkward blog that existed in 2004, which sounds like it was written by a 7th grader, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Science it can be miraculous in how much it helps people, right? The modern medicine, the problem with big pharma is not that the medicine doesn't work or it's poisoning you or it's a scam. The problem with big pharma has always been capitalism, the profit motive, the price gouging. That's the problem. So people need to wrap their minds around that. Yes, you can and should be anti-big pharma, but only because of the price gouging. Guess what? The antibiotics work. Guess what? The vaccines work. Guess what? The painkillers fucking work. Right? And so that's what people need to understand. There's been so many people who've taken this anti-big pharma position and they've stretched it to the point where they're just anti-modern medicine, right? And usually these are the same people who are total cranks and believe in junk science and junk medicine, alternative medicine, which doesn't work and is actually a scam. That's why Kash Patel, Trump's guy Kash Patel, was hawking a pill to reverse the vax. Right? These are the sorts of things that these people look at and go, yeah, that's right. I agree with that. That's science. That's right. But then you have like 17 studies proving how effective some medicine is or some vaccine is, and it saves millions of lives. And they're like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I always found it weird, too, that these are the same people who, they hate the vaccine and they shit on Big Pharma and the vaccine, but then in the next breath, they're like, I got those monoclonal antibodies and they really help me. Who the fuck do you think makes the monoclonal antibodies? Chuck E. Cheese? Like, obviously, it's Big Pharma. I can't. Oh, I can't. These people are coming to destroy our country, bro. They're coming to destroy our country. They're coming to destroy our country. They are anti-science, anti-medicine. They want to roll the clock. These are the same people, by the way, who don't even believe in evolution and believe in fucking creationism and shit. They don't know their ass from their elbow, and they're making decisions that affect all of us. These are also the same people who want to ban all trans healthcare too, right? This is authoritarian by its nature, and it's anti-science, and they got to be stopped. It's that simple. These people have to fucking be stopped. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and I'll be damned the next time anybody takes somebody seriously who pontificates on these medical things, and they'd rather listen to some asshole podcaster like Joe Rogan as opposed to like 99% of the doctors and the scientists and the experts who are talking about it. Like, I take the Bill Burr approach. You don't fucking know. Like, you don't know. Stop pretending like you know. I trust the guy with fucking 7 degrees who's been working his whole life on it. I trust them more than you. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.